All right, today we are diving into Genesis chapter 17. And this isn't just any chapter. It contains one of the most foundational promises you'll find anywhere, a covenant that has literally shaped history for thousands and thousands of years. So let me ask you this. How do you seal a promise with God? I mean, it's a huge question, right? You're not going to use a handshake, you're not going to sign on the dotted line. In the world of Genesis 17, a divine promise needs something much more profound, something that lasts. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today, the covenant. And just so we're all on the same page, everything we're about to go through comes directly from this one source, the text itself, Genesis chapter 17. We're just following the story as it unfolds. So our story doesn't exactly ease you in. Nope. It starts with a bang, a sudden, pretty dramatic divine appearance that really sets the stage for everything that's about to happen. Now, the context here is absolutely everything. The man at the center of all this, Abram, is 99 years old. Think about that. He's had a long life, he's a wealthy man, but the one big thing he was promised, a huge family, a great lineage, it hasn't really happened yet. His age is so crucial because it just screams impossible for what's coming next. And then this happens. A direct, powerful command from God. It's so intense, so awe-inspiring, that the text says Abram just immediately fell on his face. So this is not a casual chat. This is one of those moments where everything is about to change. Okay, so with the stage set, God starts laying out the terms of the deal. And this isn't just about a promise, it's about a complete transformation of identity for both Abram and his wife. And the sheer scale of this promise is just staggering. We're not just talking about God offering Abram a son. No, he's promising that Abram will become the father of many nations, that he'll be exceedingly fruitful, that actual kings will be among his descendants. And on top of that, an everlasting possession of the land of Canaan. And then the ultimate promise that ties it all together, I will be their God. This is a legacy designed to last forever. And to make this real, to seal it, Abram's very name gets changed. He goes from Abram, which means exalted father, to Abraham, which means father of many nations. Think about that. His new identity is literally the promise. Every time someone says his name from now on, it's a reminder of this covenant. And his wife isn't left out of this transformation either. Her name, Sarai, means my princess, which kind of implies she's a princess just to him, but she becomes Sarah. Her new name just means princess, as in a princess to the world. And the text tells us why right away. She will be a mother of nations, and kings will come from her too. So her identity, her whole scoop, just got a massive upgrade. Okay, so you've got this huge promise, these brand new names, but any binding agreement needs a seal, right? A physical sign. So what's going to be the token for this incredible promise? Well, first, let's be clear on what a covenant is in this context. It's so much more than a contract. It's a sacred, unbreakable bond. And the sign, whatever it is, isn't just a symbol. It's meant to be a physical mark of being part of this whole divine relationship. And here it is. The command is circumcision. And the instructions are super specific. Who has to do it? Every single male in the household. Doesn't matter if they were born there or bought. When? On the 8th day of life. And why? The text is explicit. This will be the physical token of the covenant carried in the flesh. And just in case anyone thought this was, optional, it's not. The consequences for ignoring this are severe. To not have the sign is to break the covenant, period. And that means being cut off from the people and from the promise itself. So you might think the terms are all laid out now, but you'd be wrong. God makes one final promise. And honestly, this is the one that sounds so unbelievable, it really pushes faith to its absolute limit. So, let's just remember again, Abraham is 99 years old. By any normal measure, he is well past the age of having kids. And Sarah is 90. I mean, come on. The biological possibility of her having a child closed decades ago. This context is what makes what God says next so absolutely stunning. So what's Abraham's reaction to this news? He laughs. But it's not a laugh of mockery or anything like that. It's a laugh of pure, unadulterated shock. The text even lets us in on his private thoughts. He's thinking, really, a child for a guy who's almost 100 years old? It's such a human, relatable moment of doubt. You can't really blame him, can you? But God's response isn't to get angry. He just states it as a fact. Sarah will have a son. No ifs, ands, or buts. He even tells Abraham what to name him, Isaac. And this is the crucial part. God makes it crystal clear that the everlasting covenant, with all those promises of nations and kings, will be established through this specific son. So what about Abraham's son who's already around, Ishmael? Well, he isn't forgotten. God gives Ishmael his own separate, massive blessing. He'll also be fruitful, he'll have a huge family, he'll be the father of 12 princes and become a great nation. But, and it's a big but, the actual covenant is reserved for Isaac. And this brings us to the end of the chapter, and it's just remarkable. After hearing all these incredible, frankly impossible things, how does Abraham respond? With immediate action. The text makes a point of saying that in the self-same day, Abraham does exactly what he was told. He doesn't wait, he doesn't second-guess it. At 99 years old, he fulfills his side of the deal for himself, his 13-year-old son Ishmael, and every other male in his entire household. So we're left with this incredible story. A new name to create a new identity, a physical sign to mark a people for all time, and an impossible child to birth a nation. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does it truly take to make a promise, a legacy, last forever?